What up? Ladies and gentlemen, the ministry is back in the house and it's a full deck. Nico is back from his working sabbatical and the rest of the boys are here. So, yeah, we're here. It's a different time to what we will normally be doing, but work schedules, it's the only time we could do it. And this is officially the first AEW YouTube show. Yes, we've done prediction shows over pod before, but this is our first one. And yeah, the points are really close. So as we said in the description, this truly is double or nothing for someone. Like we're up for all prides and titles on this one.
That's it. That's it. Oh, and the reason I didn't throw up the Too Sweet Simple is just simply because Liv Morgan's doing it now, so it's lost all value.
Oh wow!
Disrespect.
Wow.
For the benefit of every picture.
Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. You've got the Click and you've got the NWO doing it. Now you've got fucking not on TV Prince and, you know, the Riot Reject. Like, I'm sorry. That's doing Too Sweet now. I'm out.
It's a pass.
Technically, she's the survivor of the Riot Squad.
I was going to say that. Yeah, that would have been the way.
She is the one and only.
Who do you think's better positioned at the moment, Ruby Riot or Liv Morgan?
Liv Morgan.
That's actually an interesting question. I mean,
Liv
Ruby,
Morgan.
That was a genuine question.
Not like Ruby in the
Morgan.
sense of like where she is in the company, but then Liv in the sense of where she is in like the world, really, because you know you're attached to AJ and Finn Balor on the biggest company in the world. That's a good position to be in.
But she's also the WWE underdog. She's also the underdog darling for the female division of the WWE. Like anytime she's in any given match, the crowd clamor behind her at all points. She's not in a bad position.
She gets on TV every week.
As much as I don't like the WWE thing, they do have a female division. As weak as it is, they do have one.
So do AEW.
Do they?
Yeah, they really do. That's coming from a man who doesn't watch AEW. AEW's women's division. And you know what AEW do better than WWE when it comes to women's division? They don't put all their women into one match on one show. They actually give them different segments throughout the show.
Oh, and main events as well.
And main events.
Okay.
What was the main event this last week on Rampage? It was Chris Statlander, Ruby Soho. What's been going on for the last 2 months? A whole women's tournament for the Owen Hart Foundation.
I did my quick research on AEW and all the other puntings I read because I don't really watch AEW as much. I do prefer what I've seen from AEW, but what I've read because I'm trying to get some idea because I don't like losing. The women's division, they're trying to make it happen. They're doing
it's happened. The women's division has happened.
It's happening. It can use some work, but it's happening.
I think if you take Charlotte, Sasha, and Ronda out of the WWE women's division, it's fallen off a cliff. AEW, I could pull 5 or 6 stars like that.
Here we go. The problem we
have. DMD, Thunder Rosa, Serena Deeb, Chris Statlander, Ruby Soho, Ty Conti, Anna Jay. Like, I've gone through top.
I know,
but like, then if you look at WWE though, Asuka, Becky, Sasha, Ronda.
I just said if you take out Sasha, Ronda, and Charlotte, you don't have much left.
Asuka,
Becky,
Rhea,
Alexa,
Bianca.
You mean the same Rhea from the House of Beta, yeah?
Can we pause this? Let's not make this a WWE versus AEW, by the way.
No, but the question is but a statement comes out to what he's saying is if you take away those stars, let's just say it. There was a time that Stone Cold and The Rock left, and everyone said, "Where did they go?" Oh, guess what? Here comes a guy called Brock Lesnar. Here comes a guy called John Cena. Here's a guy called Randy Orton. Don't dispute who's there, but not being utilized because you have bigger stars. If your bigger star goes, they know how to raise. They can elevate.
I just wish they would elevate more than one person at a time.
Listen,
we all wish that because again, like if you focus more on the lower card, then people will be more excited for when that person moves into a higher position. But they don't do that, so this is why you get laughable things like Doudrop versus Becky at Royal Rumble. Yeah, had you have focused on Doudrop, and in fact, had you have focused on Piper Niven, then like we'd be having a different conversation. To like what happened at Royal Rumble.
Had you just given Shayna Baszler her push after Elimination Chamber 2 years ago?
Let's not talk about that. That hurts too much.
It really does hurt too much. Let's talk about good wrestling. Let's talk about good wrestling, not sports entertainment.
Right,
This
sweet.
is where I
I'm
can
gonna
see it
read
on your
out
face. Then.
Until we
Let's
get
not do it.
JAS.
Well, we have to talk about sports entertainment, the Jericho Appreciation Society.
It's brilliant what he's doing. It's brilliant what he's doing. It is
I'm a
such
wizard.
it's such a fucking fuck you, isn't it? It's brilliant.
Can I just add though, as much as there is a Jericho Appreciation Society, as mentioned on the Ministry of the movie Matt Rushmore, we are in the week that there was an Anthony Appreciation Day. Just saying. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Which Anthony are we appreciating this Anthony?
The one who works on a boat. The one who works on a boat.
Anthony, right? Anthony Appreciation, not Anthony. Anthony.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Thank you.
Anthony.
Hey, Creepy Crisis is here. Well done, guys, watching live. Great to have you here.
Oh,
Thank you, Creepy Crisis.
Good to see you.
Where you watching from? Because if you're from the UK, thank you so much.
It must be UK. And
extremely
even then,
early.
you up on a Sunday morning.
It's from the UK.
I hope it's not the US.
No, you never know. It could be someone coming out
Well,
from
here's
the
the
club
funny
who's
thing.
like, I miss those guys.
Listen, guys, I
Where?
just said he's from the UK. He's a music artist, so he's tuned in.
Nice.
He's my boy.
Thank you very much for that, Leo.
Cool.
And thank you very much,
Nice.
Creepy Crisis.
And please follow Creeper Crisis at Creeper Crisis. Right, should we kind of, I guess 6 minutes in, I guess we should kind of get into it because it's a long show, right?
It's not a lot. It's not a lot of matches. It's like a WrestleMania.
It's not too many.
It's that card. A normal WWE card tends to be about 7 matches. And I'm not doing it to say versus. This show here, in one night, not like a WrestleMania 2 night, is 13 matches. So we're just under 50%. There's just about that.
Oh shit!
Big Tone fainted when he heard how many matches there were.
I've got to do what to get a point?
How many matches?
Lord have mercy.
I'm so extracting that. That's fucking
I need to get my footments in.
Yo!
That's
The
the
mental. I could have made that myself. That was perfect.
That was brilliant.
Again, for
On that note, if you want to check out Creeper Crisis, go to Instagram and hashtag Creeper Crisis. Check out his music. He's literally the next rising musician. Put it that way.
Thank you very much, Leon. For anyone listening on a pod version of the Ministry there, as we mentioned the amount of matches, all we saw was the ceiling to Big Tone's house. So, definitely worth jumping onto a YouTube stream to see that one, because my God,
See that part. Go back onto the
That
You
was
can
shocking
find us on
news, that was,
YouTube.
guys.
If you are listening on pod, you can find us on YouTube at Ministry of Wrestling. Really easy. Very nice. Very evil. There's your tangent.
I was going to say, while we are using that tone, let's go to match 1. There we go. Hook and Danhausen, aka Hookhausen versus Tony Nese and Smart Mark Sterling.
I'm so buzzed for this match.
Right, it's landed on me while we're on that format. It's the debut of Hookhausen, let's be honest. No disrespect to Tony Nese and Smart Mark, but yeah, it's Hookhausen all the way for me.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Right. So
Yeah, it's Hook gonna win, and not only he's gonna win, he's gonna give. I don't know the name. Sorry, the guy with the makeup on the pin. He's gonna beat up the dude.
That's his tag team partner.
He's gonna take the pin. That's who's gonna pin. He's gonna get the win.
Danhausen's his tag team partner.
Cool. So Hook's gonna do all the work, and Danhausen's gonna win. Get the win.
Oh, yeah.
Literally, you're saying that Danhausen's going to send Hook, yeah?
Yes.
Yes. I'm sensing a little thing differently.
What?
I'm sensing a little thing. I'm sensing it because basically,
let him. I want to
last
win.
couple of episodes, you've seen Danhausen take a little bit of a work, like take a bit of a beating. So I think it's going to be one of those take a bit of a beating, hot tag. It's going to be a quick match, I think. But you're going to see Danhausen take a little bit of a beating. He's going to make that hot tag to Hook, and Hook is going to clean house. Probably, as you were saying, leave Hausen to make the pin, and he's just going to walk off. You know how he does all the time. He'll just walk off like it's nothing, like he's got something else to do.
But who are you saying is going to win?
Hook and Hausen.
Okay, right.
What I'm saying is that Danhausen is going to take the beating, and then he's going to make that tag to Hook, and then Hook will clean up, leave Danhausen to make the pin, hence Hook and Hausen winning, or Hookhausen, if you want to call him that.
My take on this whole thing is that, like, I'm just happy that Tony Nese is being utilized on TV. On a pay-per-view, no less.
He's going to get utilized, I can tell you that.
Well, yeah,
Brutalized.
But, like, yeah, obviously, this is Hookhausen. You can't have the debut of this team and they lose. And Hook is too popular to lose for quite some time. So, yeah.
Okay. So,
please tell me to do the chant. Hook, make way for the Hook.
So, not only is Hook too popular, have you seen how popular Danhausen is? Bro, this is like team hype right here. This is the two extremes of wrestling. You've got the ultra goofy and the ultra serious mixed together. And it looks up like, if you look at the behind the scenes stuff, these two look like they're actually good mates. This is such a beautiful instance of wrestling just giving me what I didn't even know I wanted. Like, I love it. I love everything about this. Hookhausen for the win. And I genuinely believe Hook has got to be one of the most, well, both of them actually have got to be one of the most over wrestlers in all of wrestling at the moment. Like, the noise these two get, it's like, y'all haven't even done anything yet other than a YouTube show and jobbing some jobbers. But you're loved. Respect.
Very similar to Killian Dane and Maverick.
Oops, sorry. Go ahead, Liam.
I was going to say, it's very similar to Killian Dane and Maverick. Do you remember in was it
NXT? Yeah, it is similar to Killian Dane and Maverick, just much better for me.
I'm going way back. Of course. Is it similar to Head Cheese?
Yeah.
And
Steve Blackman.
Steve Blackman.
Steve Blackman, yeah.
That is an awful name. Head Cheese.
Yes, exactly. It was Head, and then Steve Blackman was trying to make it funny when, hey, your name could be Cheese, and together we're Head Cheese. This is Astro era. Yes, they're going for the grass.
Forget what he did to that mascot.
I just think Dick Cheese. For me, that name is disgusting.
Exactly. That's exactly what you're going for.
Purpose behind all of that,
the point.
I don't know where you swung it. You were going next. You were kicking off the next match. So here we go. Yeah.
All right, cool.
Well, why not? But just rotate it. Each guy gets a chance to kick off.
Can I not pick first for the main event, please? That's all I ask.
For the main event. I've already got my pick.
Okay, here we go. Nick, this one will be interesting for you.
Then we'll pick first.
Sweet.
What?
For the main event, I'll pick first because everyone else don't know. Cool. And I know.
Darby Allin versus Kyle O'Reilly.
This is quite bait for me, this one. I've got to go with Darbs on this one. Simple reason being is that the threat being that if he doesn't get the match, he's going to go and interfere with everyone's matches. I said off camera before, I think we're going to have a lot of, to quote Big Tone, nefarious deeds happen on this show.
Ooh, Tone's got that voice.
I had to find my lower baritone there. But yeah, I do believe that we're going to have a lot of screwy finishes on this pay-per-view, outside interferences, etc. Either he's got the biggest delay or
yeah.
But yeah, I got to go Darby Allin on this one. Kyle O'Reilly's not a pay-per-view winner yet for me in singles. It's got to be Darby. And he's out for revenge against Sting. It's got to be Darby. Next.
Everyone has to pick. I'm waiting for you, the host. Yeah.
Interesting. No, I don't know about the history about this match. I've just seen it come up, so I'm thinking, because as good as Kyle O'Reilly is, he's also probably got something to prove coming out of the the Owen Hart tournament. Sorry. So it could be like a undisputed elite kind of fuckery happening here.
Right.
But at the same time, Nico made a very good point about getting revenge for Sting, and obviously when you get revenge for Sting, they usually win. So I'm gonna probably swing towards Darby Allin as well. That's as much as I can say about that, really.
That's literally what the feud is. That's why I've said this pay-per-view is a strange one in the sense that a lot of some stuff feels very thrown together, and you're like, huh? some stuff feels very thrown together, and it's like, yeah, but you don't need to put more on it because it's that match. We'll get there.
I'm also in a weird spot with this one, but
really,
if we're talking Undisputed Elite having victories, I don't think they're taking a clean sweep in terms of victories, and I see other victories kicking off for them throughout this pay-per-view. So I am gonna lean Darby Allin on this one. I'm sorry to not mix it up a bit.
It's fine.
Right. I'm going Darby Allin for a different reason. I know that person. So that's why I'm picking that person.
Carl Rowan was Undisputed Era. Just
what?
He was Undisputed Era in NXT.
Good for him. And the Spirit Era for me was one person with 3 other people. Yeah. And
I agree.
Darby Allin is the one that CM Punk came back and went, I want to fight you.
That's unfair to Kyle.
Big time.
I'm so sorry, but I'm being really honest. I'm not trying to disrespect the guy, but it sounds like I am. But that's my true reason why I picked.
Yeah. No, that's all right, man. Stick to your truth. I'm gonna say Darby, but for like for the reason that I think AEW has been like the anti-TNA / Impact, whereas the guys coming in, they're not beating the AEW originals, like not the big guys that they're pushing. Yeah, and Darby is one of their big guys. So like Darby is a future world champion, and then even though Kyle's great and Kyle was showcased a lot towards his his final run on NXT. Here he can take a loss because again, he's in that position where he can lose and keep going and then win the next day. It doesn't really matter. So I feel like they're just gonna keep the heat on Darby. He's out for revenge. You gotta have him, do the deed. Get the win. Unless they do the whole nefarious means thing to continue.
Oh, he's frozen at a good time there.
We lost him. Damn, he was going to kick off the next match. Okay. Oh, you're back?
Oh.
Connection's dropping in and out a bit, Tone.
Yeah, I'm unfortunately on phone Wi-Fi.
On the potato.
No problem.
Oh,
right,
phone,
I'm going to
Jesus.
let you kick off this one very quickly. Leon, you gave your pick, didn't you, right?
Wait, Leon gave a pick.
Everyone picked Darby.
Yeah, everyone picked Darby.
Okay, cool. Big Tone, the TBS title match.
Another
Jade Cargill versus Anna Jay.
Jade.
This is a no-brainer.
That's just very simple. It's Jade. Jade has to win for a long time. They have to push her to the moon. Yeah, because if you don't, then what is the point? So, Jade.
I mean, they are pushing her to the moon, isn't it?
That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
You don't just pour water on it, for the sake of Anna Jay. Anna Jay's got a lot of time to come. She's got a lot of time to rise, and this is not her time. So
cool. Is anyone not picking Jade?
Everyone's Jade. I'm saying
everyone's
Jade. Everyone's Jade.
Everyone's Jade. It's that proverbial Goldberg run where she's gonna get her matches and to a very high number before someone comes along and beats her. It'll either be someone debuting or someone who builds themselves up to be that number one contender. Because remember, there's 2 belts now. They've got the TBS and then they've got obviously the AEW World Champion in Thunder Rosa.
Yep.
It is a mid-card belt, but at the same time, I don't think anyone's particularly ready for that mid-card yet. Not taking it away from Jade anyways. She's killing the promos. She's literally got her little faction going on now. And
that's the only thing that they did wrong. That's the only thing they did wrong was her faction. Other than that, I think her run's been flawless.
Why don't you like the faction?
Because it came out of nowhere. Literally 2 weeks before it, Red Velvet and her were fucking enemies, and then for no reason at all, they're like, "Oh, we're buddies now." It's like, huh?
All right, I'll agree with that. I do like the faction. I like the faction.
I like the faction. I like the faction. How they became the faction.
About they just literally did that randomly. They were shown in the baddie section. They could have had one segment backstage where Jade goes up to Red Velvet and be like, "You know what? I like your stuff." And her sisters have to stick together. Yeah, and that would have set up nicely.
Yeah, I'm gonna go against that. I'm gonna say I think it was perfect timing because at the end of the day, they wasn't really utilizing Red Velvet as much as they should have. The same goes for Kiera Hogan. Yeah, now they're getting a little bit more. now they're getting a little bit more TV time.
Agree.
Now they're getting a little bit more TV time. I think it's perfect.
My argument's not so much about that. Do I like the faction or not? I do like the faction. My argument's not about should they be on TV or not. No, I agree with everything you've said, Leon. My beef is the fact that how this faction came into existence, and it was just like Tony Khan woke up one day and went, you
do have a point. You do have a point there, because obviously after a certain amount of weeks, you're going to be asking yourself the question: what are they doing with this faction now? Are they just going to show up every week and just be doing their thing? I think it's great that Red Velvet has got that kind of heel attitude now. You know, Kiera Hogan always had it when she was teamed with Tasha Steelz. So it's good that they've got that kind of heel quality going on. It's almost like Jericho. It's almost like Jericho turning on everyone and letting everyone stop singing his music and stuff. She's got great heel quality. I think she's probably going to be better off as a badass in the division. So the faction is good, but it's just what they're going to do with it. How long is it going to last? Is one of them going to turn on Jade for her to lose her streak? There's so many possibilities that could happen with it. But without going too far into semantics, without all of that, Jade is definitely going to win the match against Anna Jade.
Of course, we all say Jade. What's the next match?
Adding to that, just like popularity, as much as you call it the mid-card title, it has actually got more attraction than the main title. If you look at it,
I agree.
From a social media aspect, there's a lot of attention on Jade Cargill at the moment. So
I agree.
It's really difficult to go anywhere. Then, anything you wanted to add on this before we?
Neck is jacked. I said ignore my hand when it goes up.
No. I just said that just for
this,
pure commentary purposes.
I'm going for Jade because when I watched, once again, I'm the wrestling fan that's not a wrestling fan. I don't really watch wrestling, even though I still know something about it. I did watch AEW at the time, and I saw her come out, and she just stand out, bro. You see her, and you go, "Who's that?" So she just got that present. You look at her and go, "Yeah, that's someone." I don't know nothing about her. She came out. She looked kind of green, not just because she's Jade, but she looked green, like she just got called up quickly. But what they've done is perfect. Someone said that she was like the Brock Lesnar setup. Brilliant. That's exactly what they're doing. Don't need to keep her out there that long. Do her thing, get out, show her power. So yeah, and I don't want to insult anyone by not saying I don't know them, but I noticed Jade.
Will Jade be champ?
Yes.
Right. You think she'll be champ?
Yes.
Yeah. I think it's in the cards.
And she can be champ without it necessarily having to be the AEW World Champion as well, because there's other belts that they're bringing in, like the Ring of Honor.
Sorry, by champ, do you mean do you mean hold both belts?
Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to go down the double title hold. I thought you meant the main women's champion.
Not for a long time, but she could be champ.
It could be possible though, because if she goes against Mercedes Martinez, that's another belt that she's holding without it.
There's another great female wrestler.
Title, and they can kind of test their waters with it as well. So if she holds the Ring of Honor, do you reckon she would look good holding the TBS and the AEW World Title? So they can definitely test those waters, I would say.
Just want to say this is only match 3. There's 30 matches.
No. Okay. Literally, that was the last segment on that. Then, over to you, sir. Here we go. We are kicking off the Owen Hart tournament with the ladies, coincidentally. And it's Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, versus Ruby Soho.
I know Ruby, but I know Britt Baker because, I don't want to go to yours. Britt Baker, I'm going to just pick Britt Baker because reasons.
Cool. I'm gonna agree with you on this one. I believe she's their darling. She's literally their darling, and I think there might be a little something that they might be playing at with the Owen Hart winners as well, between male and female, which could play out. But I think Britt Baker is like the face of no, that's the wrong guy. That guy. But
baby. Boom.
You're doing Keith Lee, bro.
Oh no, Keith Lee does the slow like that. I'm doing the
boom
thing, babe. Yeah, that. But I did that.
Baby and
stuff like that. Yeah. Anyway, we're all in approval, so we know who we're talking about. Leon.
This is hard because at the same time you're seeing that they're giving Ruby that push again, just like they did when she went to go get for the world title. But I think it's going to be a boyfriend girlfriend kind of thing which will kind of give you my answer about the next match as well. So I think that Britt Baker will win. And did you mention the other one? Was it Adam Cole? I think Adam.
Well, we haven't got there yet, bro. We haven't got there.
We ain't got there yet.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Britt Baker then. Although I'm also starting to notice a little bit of dissension in that rank with her and Jamie.
Woo, boy, it's there.
you know they're teasing it, like, because one minute Jamie's like with her, and then the next minute you see her giving that little face, like as if to say, "Do you remember what The Rock did in The Nation, where he was kind of taking over, sort of thing?" And then obviously
that was hilarious. That was
this sort of same thing is happening with. It's like
I just remember the picture Rock gave to her.
Yeah, exactly. The Rolex to like everyone and a picture to Farouk.
Exactly. So like it's kind of going along them same lines with Jamie Hayter now. She could come down and try to help Britt Baker win, and she makes a mistake, and then Ruby Soho wins. It is so funny at the moment, but in terms of popularity and obviously who she's aligned with, which one of you said, I think it's going to be a clean sweep with the both of them. Obviously, you're going to know my answer for the other match, but in this case, as I said again, Britt Baker.
I hadn't considered the boyfriend-girlfriend angle.
Really?
I hadn't thought of it.
I didn't even watch it, and that's the first thing.
Has it swayed your answer, or did you kind of stick to that same
Possibly
answer?
yes. Possibly yes. My original answer was going to be Ruby, because I don't think you have her beat Statlander on Rampage, who was a real crowd favorite, only to then go on and lose. I also think
but who she's facing?
Yeah, but Britt's beat Ruby already, and it sent Ruby into kind of nothingness. I don't know if they can afford to do that again.
That's a good point.
That's a good point.
I'm gonna go Ruby, guys. I'm going Ruby. I'm going Ruby.
Yeah,
oh my god, the first ascension in the group. Yeah,
brave and
you
bold.
never know. This might be the winning pick for you.
I'm going Ruby. I think she needs the win. Britt, like a tag team who we're going to talk about in a bit, is fucking bulletproof at this point. Britt could lose literally for the next year, and she'd still be the top of the female division. She doesn't even hold the belt, and she's a bigger star than the belt holder at the moment.
Britt's in that category where she can afford the loss. You're right, Nico.
She's completely bulletproof. I think if AEW wanted to pull the whole boyfriend-girlfriend thing, they would have done it earlier when Adam Cole was saying to Tony, stay the hell away from Britt. And you can still see pepperings of that coming up now and then, like when Adam Cole goes to commentary, refuses to shake Tony's hand. I think if they are going to go the boyfriend-girlfriend storyline, either they would have done it already, alternatively, they're saving it for later. I don't see it happening now, least of all at something like the Owen Hart Foundation. I mean, don't get me wrong. Far be it for me to say Adam Cole wouldn't make it all about him. That's why I think he's awesome. But I don't see. I think Ruby needs the push, and I think this is a nice way to push her without giving her a belt. So, Ruby,
kind of like the Andre the Giant.
Just to give you another bit of insight that I looked at, right?
Yo, don't be changing people's minds, man.
All right, cool. But I mean,
I want to hear it. Go.
I could be wrong. When there was a Wednesday Night War, provided we look at it, Ruby was on the other side. Do you think they're going to give both people who were from the Wednesday Night War a victory in this tournament? It may be very weak. I'm just giving you something.
I don't think Tony's preoccupied with that sort of shit. The war's been won.
I was just giving you a little extra.
Well, you know Vince what? The main event for the men is both guys were part of the Wednesday Night War.
I know that you can't avoid. But that's what I'm saying.
Vince McMahon is the sort of petty motherfucker who will go, Sting, you were with the WCW, right? You're gonna lose to Hunter. It's like Tony's not.
Bro, I just gave you.
No, it's a fair point. I appreciate it. It's a fair point. I don't think it. I think Tony cares more about the fans than about Vince. So I think I'm going to stick with Britt on this one.
That war was a fan-only war. That was a war between the fans. I know WWE tried to move to Wednesday, but WWE never acknowledged them. They never acknowledged them. It's just the fans are making it a war. Just watch both products. You got Freaking just record one and watch the other. It doesn't matter.
Watch all products.
So it doesn't matter for the time. Plus, WWE has made it clear they lost the war by making 2.0. That was it.
So much. So much.
You've picked
the black and gold didn't work. Make it acid trip.
Yeah, they lost a lot of fans with that one as well because everybody preferred the black and gold. This 2.0 multicolour thing, it's
I don't watch it anymore.
You know, it's a bit of a slap in the face, especially when they take that name and then they go and rebrand them when they go and join Raw or SmackDown. Like, who the fuck is Dupree?
Well, what they did to LA Knight was disgraceful. Utterly disgraceful, man.
Do you know who? do you want me to make you laugh?
Which was bad. Gunther was bad, but LA Knight, you know. What really gets on my nerves about the LA Knight?
Wait, guys, what's up, y'all? Whoever's on the big screen, talk.
What really gets on my nerves about the LA Knight thing is that was their name. They picked LA Knight. They picked out the character for him. Yeah, but they still changed it when he went to the main roster. Like, come on, guys. Like,
do you know?
and none of us are born out of our mother this size, right? So we know exactly who he is. Same thing they did with Gunther. It's becoming really annoying now. It is. It's so basically.
Annoying. Do you know who they wanted to be in LA Knight's Dupree role?
You're gonna go for Adam Cole, right?
No.
Cole.
Yes, he was gonna manage Big Cat.
He was gonna manage Big Bear Cat Man.
Big Bear Cat. Who come out with a before his music?
Nah, but you see the whole thing about this changing the names thing. Why it's actually quite harmful to the product. I know all of us know, that wrestling is predetermined and everything. But you're blatantly shining the light on the industry and saying, don't take this seriously because this character can be this character next week. Yeah, it's literally just who we told them to be. Yeah, so you can't really invest in it. You can't get behind the person when they turn up on TV the next week and they're a completely different character. You might as well. We're just watching a sitcom at this point.
They don't know how to book. Now back to AEW.
Exactly.
So I'm just going to touch on this very quickly before. Has everyone made their pick?
Nah,
I've got 3 people so far. I need Big Tone and AJ.
Right. AJ?
I picked that.
You haven't made it. You picked Britt Baker.
Oh, my bad.
Just the stupid thing behind it is that you just randomly change names. You know, like when Johnny Nitro went to John Morrison, he gave a little speech. Guys just randomly change names. I don't want to go too deep, but it's stupid. It just doesn't make sense. Like, don't televise NXT if that's what you're going to do. Batista was Leviathan before. No one knew that.
Yeah.
John Cena was the prototype. But right now is not the time to discuss this. So is it who's left to?
Big Tone.
I can jump back into that.
All right. So again, this one is actually quite hard for me now. Right now that I've heard both points, because I was leaning for the boyfriend-girlfriend thing, but then again, can Ruby as a face afford another loss? Yeah, to Britt Baker. But then again, Britt Baker is one of the chosen. Yeah. And then, like, the male one does make a lot of difference to the female one as well, because again, like, we're gonna have Britt lose and then Cole win. And do I see that, or do I see both the good guys walking out because it's the Owen Hart Foundation? Damn.
And your pick is.
It's very hard.
I'm gonna go Ruby.
Whoa!
I can't believe it. I'm going Ruby.
It's all right. That's good.
That's
good.
So while you've had all of that difficult time to pick, guess what, my friend? It continues. Samoa Joe versus Adam Cole.
Is that the stream that's sorry, just 1 sec. Is that the stream that's bad, or these resolutions?
No, the quality of that I could not find a good quality picture for that one.
Hence why that was up and down, and we were going to talk about it, but call attention to it. Don't rewind the footage.
I just want to know. I just want to know, bro.
It was brilliant quality. Your computer at home, just drop a little frames of that.
There you
few seconds.
There you go.
We have all perfect quality.
So,
big time.
What's it? Here's the thing. Again, it's just like what I was saying. Adam Cole and Britt to win would be nice, but I feel like you have a point where they're not really doing that right about now. Yeah, that whole boyfriend girlfriend dynamic thing, and like I feel that they just building Samoa Joe as this monster. Yeah, that he should be. That's why he's come in and he's pretty much just decimated everyone. Yeah. this is the first time that Cole and Samoa Joe are gonna face off. I think I'm more leaning towards Joe simply for the fact that, you know, with the Owen Hart Foundation thing being a charity and all that, I think they want the good guys to probably raise their hands rather than, you know, the villainous Adam Cole baby. But I could be wrong, but you know what? I'm gonna go with Joe.
Cool.
Wow.
Leon?
This is hard because I can agree with Big Tone there on that run that they're giving Samoa Joe. Not to mention he's holding the TV title right now. But again, that can be the loss he can afford without losing the title. Without thinking about it too much, I think I'm going to stick with, because then there's what history do they have with the Hearts as well? And I'm not really sure who has the bigger relationship in that sense. It's kind of a hard pick because I really want to go with Samoa, but I'm going to stick with who I was originally thinking about due to the last match. So I'm going to stay with Adam Cole.
Cool.
Baby.
Well, you know, I'll pick Adam Cole. Baby. Yeah, I'm picking him because I know him and he's so freaking entertaining. He's just the best.
You don't know Samoa Joe?
I know Samoa Joe, but I said he's the best. Adam Cole's more entertaining. Samoa Joe will wreck you. Samoa Joe can take this loss and then come back next week and wreck you. Adam Cole will win and then rub that in and milk that and let that last for long. Joe winning is Joe's won the tournament. Well done. Move on. Adam
That's
Cole
a bold statement though, because Samoa Joe is entertaining. I mean, you see that that rivalry he had with AJ Styles, like, oh Wendy, like he is entertaining.
He's doing it now, isn't it?
Don't utilize him. They don't utilize him as much, like, you know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I could say. Like, so that is a very bold statement.
Okay, yeah, but what I'm talking about is someone winning that tournament and keep going. Think about Owen Hart when he won the Slammy Awards. He won that and he kept going on. Yeah, Slammy Award kept running around with the awards and he kept that going for a year.
That's true.
The Slammy Award winning Owen Hart.
Like Adam Cole,
first person to
do that. Yes. I was in a tournament with 29 other guys and make it like some. Yes, my tournament I did with 150 guys. I did a tournament with 165 people and I won. Yeah. So yeah, Adam Cole can make.
And he's gonna probably use it as an excuse to want to go for the world title as well. So I'll make you right as well. Like rub it in people's faces and kind of use that to get his way into a title match. Yeah,
it will become part of his introduction. And coming to the ring right now, blah, blah, blah. And also the winner of the thing, Adam Cole, man. Yeah, my pick is Adam Cole. Just go
yeah, got to agree, actually. And you kind of highlighted on something where Big Tone mentioned, like, it's the Owen Hart Foundation and whatnot. You want the good guys to come out on top. I don't know, because Owen Hart was also an awesome heel. He was absolutely an awesome heel. So I think it works to have those awesome heels. And I think even though AEW haven't done the whole boyfriend-girlfriend thing, it would actually be cool that they don't even acknowledge that it's a couple who've done it, but it's just the two Owen Hart-esque characters who could be very arrogant with those titles. And I think that's another side to it that I think they're banking a lot on Adam Cole. I think what you'll find as well, again, I may be giving away too much. Samoa Joe is more what they're banking on for Ring of Honor. Adam Cole is AEW, and I think that's what's really going to lead it forward. That's the way I'm going.
Oh, damn! There's one thing I didn't actually consider.
My turn. My turn.
You might say what I was about to say.
Exactly. So I want credit.
Your mic, bro. Your mic.
Hello. Yeah. Nefarious deeds are coming in this match because there are 3 Indians running around. Well, 2 Indians and a lethal injection running around. One of them's a big guy, and they've been fucking with Samoa Joe for the last few weeks. And they're going to fuck with him again now. And because of outside interference from the Indians and the lethal injection, I'm really sorry, I can't remember their names, I'm not being disrespectful. I legit cannot remember their names.
Come on.
The big basketball dude. Adam Cole, baby.
I don't remember the other guys.
Baby!
Cool.
Sanjay
I
Dutt,
hope I
I know
caught
is
all the
one,
babies
and the
there.
other one I legitimately don't know. So Adam Cole's winning.
Baby.
Okay, bro. While we're on you, your
No,
next
okay, bro, it's
one.
not in this match.
Well played. I said okay, that's RK. Paige Van Zandt, Scorpio Sky, and Ethan Page versus Ty Conti, Sammy Guevara, and Frankie Kazarian.
This is fucked up difficult.
Yeah.
Are you changing to Adam Cole for the last match, Big Tone? Quickly, yes or no?
You just change the pick.
5. Oh, sorry.
Big Tony, are you frozen? 5, 4,
oh my God. AJ, just do
3,
Thank
2, 1.
Tone, are you changing?
Can you hear me? Okay, cool. Are you changing your pick? You can't hear that.
Have you changed to Adam Cole or are you sticking?
Yeah, I've changed to Adam Cole.
For the benefit of all Pod Squad members, we do apologize. Okay, back to you with the tough one.
So Ty, cheers for that. So Ty Conti, etc. versus Scorpio, etc. Okay.
I've got questions about this match before I make my pick. If you want to.
Do you know what the overriding thing for me is? You can't have Paige Van Zandt lose on her pay-per-view debut. For that reason alone, I've got to go with Scorpio, Ethan, and Paige. You cannot have her lose because she's now been teased for quite a while. We've seen her, and she's coming in Rec Shop. She's been part of that big mental mix thing. But this is a full-on proper in-ring debut for her. You can't have her lose. And I also think the crowd still hates Sammy way too much. There's too much hate for Sammy, and you can't have Paige lose. So on that note, I'm going to pick Scorpio and his crew.
Yeah, this is a tough one because
did you all hear me when I was talking there? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we all heard you. Yeah.
Sorry.
So like pre-promo wise, Sammy Guevara and Kazarian took a sledgehammer and fucked up the TNT title. So I think there's going to be a little bit of history.
They also fucked. Just so you know, Leon, they also fucked up America Top Teams with sledgehammers again. They went into American Top Team and fucked up their whole like trophy cabinet and took some belts. That was on Rampage.
But then also for the first time, they're bringing in a custom TNT title, which is kind of similar to Stone Cold's or Jeff Hardy's custom belt.
Have you seen it?
I've not seen it. No.
It's very pretty.
Yeah.
But so this is the angle. So this is the angle I'm telling everyone about in the interest of fairness. If you haven't seen Rampage, when they unveiled the belt, it then cut to Sammy and everyone fucking up America Top Team's title. It was like, oh, you got your belt. We're going to take 3 of yours here. That was the angle.
Right. So I think there's going to be a couple of receipts due here. And whoever gets that last hit is usually the person to lose. So, and then obviously they're debuting a custom title. Now, for them to debut a custom title, first of all, the title's not on the line. So that's probably going to carry on between Kazarian and Scorpio Sky. So in that sense, I think Scorpio Sky and Co, America's Top Team, they're going to basically win that match just so that they can kind of bring a bit of momentum with the custom belt. And then it's going to go on to then become between 2 people for the title. So in that case, without going too far into it, I'm going to say Scorpio Sky and America's Top Team are going to beat Sammy Guevara, Kazarian, and Ty Conti.
Agreed.
Well, I don't really feel this one is too hard. One, I agree with what Nico was saying about the fans. They actually do hate Sammy Guevara, and like I'm glad that they're sort of semi-embracing that. But they need to go full circle, and like he needs to actually be with the Men of the Year instead of being facing them because he fits so well on their side. Yeah, as the cocky, arrogant, like young guy. Yeah. but I don't know how long they're going to continue the feud for. But the main thing is Paige Panzan, right? You know, she's making her debut. She's the one with the spotlight. She's probably going to get the visual pin over on Ty Conte. So yeah, Paige and friends.
Page. Which Page? Ethan Page or
either one?
There's not much more for me to say. I was going to ask a question as Paige had a match yet on pay-per-view, which both Tone and Nico has answered. So I'm picking Paige for the simple reason. It was a star. I know Kazarian, but Paige is a star. So yeah, that's what I'm going. Paige Van Zam. The bare knuckle boxer, the UFC fighter, the AEW wrestler. That's what I'm thinking.
Weird question. I know you guys may not be able to answer it. When Scorpio Sky and Kazarian were a tag team, who was the one who lost that made them ultimately have to lose?
Kazarian.
Split up. Kazarian was the one who ate the pin. Yeah, I'm going to go with Scorpio Sky as well. He's going to prove that he's like the bigger star of the two in this, that, and the other. I don't have enough history on it, and yeah,
well, he is.
Go with... Huh?
Sorry, that was really.
At this point in their career, he is.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Wait, who was Curryman again?
Christopher Daniels.
It was actually a few of them. It was Kazarian, it was Christopher Daniels. I'm pretty sure it was one more person.
That's what it was. Because
but the original Curryman who was doing the Indies was definitely
it was Christopher Daniels. Yeah.
It was them three, wasn't it?
Come again?
Those were the three that made SE, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Christopher Daniels.
Oh, that's who it was. He was Suicide.
Yeah.
Yep. Correct.
He was Suicide.
Okay. I could be shitting myself in the foot with this one.
Oh, this is hard.
Who are these people?
I know that this is a very tough one, but hey, I'm not gonna screw everyone and take everyone's advice each time and then go through. So this one's landed on me. Thunder Rosa versus Serena Deeb. I know there's a lot of climbing that's been happening with Serena Deeb at the moment, and I know she's red hot. However,
I don't envy you here.
I also believe in the women's titles have also been quite prestigious. Like they're not flash in the pans and hot potato.
No.
And with that, I'm gonna stick with Thunder. I think Thunder Rosa is going to retain. It's a tough one. It's a damn tough one. But that's just the only logic I can.
You guys find this tough? That's interesting. I'm sorry, man, but like, come on, Lamera, she's fully like the person they're backing at the moment. Yeah, Serena Deeb, what they've done is did a good job, which WWE can take note of. They built up a contender to the point where you can actually think, maybe it's not just clear cut, but like in the end, like Lamera, she's what's it their star. She's the person they're investing in. They're bringing her out every week to like talk and everything. So yeah, it's gonna be Thunder.
Look, I don't like Thunder Rosa as champion because she's actually somehow made me forget how great she is. Because let's be under no illusions, Thunder Rosa's fucking awesome. Like she's awesome.
She needs to wrestle and not speak.
I don't mind her promos. I thought that face paint, the one she did without the face paint, was it on Dynamite this last week when she came out and she did the La Mera Mera promo? I thought that was decent.
I thought it could have been better.
Listen, she her promo, yeah, it could have been better. It always could, but her promos don't bother me. Her title run has been a bit dry. It's like you beat Nyla Rose and then nah. And Serena's been on a tear. The only I'm going to kind of go down AJ's line of thinking here, because if you do take the title off Serena, off Thunder at this point, it's like, well, what was the point of that? What was the point of making her champion if she's going to lose it so quickly? You could play hot potato with the AEW women's title, which I was actually about to say. I love the fact that they played hot potato with the TNT title. Cody, Sammy,
Scorpio.
It was fucking great. And it's the kind of I needed that. I haven't seen a hot potato title run or title feud in a long time. They could do it, but given that they've just done it with the TNT belt, I think that they probably won't. And I also think that they've built Serena Deeb up so well that she's become a star again, and that you can reinsert her at any point further down the line. So for that reason, my heart says Serena Deeb because I love Serena Deeb. Head says Thunder Rosa. I'm going with my head on this one.
Mm-hmm. Right. I don't know any of these wrestlers. I'm so sorry.
Serena Deeb was the punk girl who shaved her head.
Oh my girl, I love her. Yo, I used to chat to her, like personally chat to her.
And she's now, bro, Den, she's now a bona fide badass. They've made her the female. They've made her the female Dean Malenko.
Yo, no, for real, she's a lovely person. She's so nice. She's a nice. I didn't even realize it was her. Jesus Christ. Anyway, so Thunder Rosa is gonna win.
Oh wow!
I love Serena Deeb. I'm give a shout out to her again. See, I've been on Facebook for like 2 years now, so I haven't spoken to anyone. So I need to see if she's still the same thing. On the next level though, what's it called? Ain't Thunder Rosa the one that was like the biggest heel, but they tried to push her as a face?
No.
Was it someone else that did that? All right, cool.
No, Thunder Rosa has always been a face in AEW.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, well, I mean, she's been a face, but the people are like not with her or something like that.
No. The people have always loved her.
No. People are very behind Thunder.
Oh, okay then. So I just got it wrong. Got the wrong person totally. But the reason I'm sticking with that one is because I didn't know them. I want to pick Serena Deeb now because I know her, but I'm gonna stick with the champion because I don't want to be a night of just all everything changing. Oh,
I'm going to let Leon pick, and then I'm just going to add something. But it's nothing big. It's just a passing view. But that's nothing. It's not going to affect anyone's pick. I just want to ask a question.
Thunder.
Cool.
I need to show.
This one's a tough one because, like, Serena's been going on with, like, she's been going with that story about how, you know what I mean, she tried to impress people by being this way and being that way sort of thing. And I don't know if it's a push that they're giving her. I mean, that was a very good statement about her becoming like the new Dean Malenko, like the woman of 1,000 holds sort of thing. See, I was gonna pick Serena at first, but given the statements, I'm gonna go because the other thing is, why do you give her the title for her to just lose it? So like, you know, I don't think they can do hot potato with the women's title like they did the TNT title. That's something you could do with the TBS title, but at the end of the day, obviously, Jade is going on this streak, so that they're not going to do that right now. Also, if you do this hot potato thing with the women's world title, it begins to lose its credibility depending on who they're doing hot potato with. Serena Deeb has still got a few matches to win before she would get to that level of holding the title for a long time, because that's the thing. Once she gets it, it's going to be a thing of who's going to beat her for it. There's a lot of credibility behind Thunder Rosa. Then you let her go on this run, and then maybe eventually lose it. Now, what I think is going to happen is, as a matter of fact, before I go too far into it, I'm going to pick Thunder Rosa, but I think she's going to get the proverbial ass whooping after it, where she's going to fuck her up, probably injure her arm or her leg or something. Then she's going to obviously goad her into defending the title again, and maybe she'll win it on the next pay-per-view or the next, maybe the next Rampage or the next Dynamite.
Yep.
But in terms of the pay-per-view, I'm going to go with Thunder Rosa.
So, guys,
whoever's listening to something on their phone, turn it off, please.
Sorry, my volume was up. I'm trying to find something. I'm trying to find someone's number.
Right. Okay. The next question I was going to ask very, very quickly. Could Serena be in line for being the next TBS champion over the next AEW?
Serena Deeb could be in line for the next anything. They've built her well enough that you can insert her into anywhere, and she could win.
No problem.
That's why this is a tricky one.
Leon, you're one.
That's a good point actually. Before you go on, because they could do a thing where Serena wins the TBS, then goes back to Thunder Rosa. They both got titles, and again, that's a pay-per-view rivalry in itself. Mm-hmm. But that's what I'm going to add to that right again too far, because we spent too long.
You're one now. This one I find actually I'm split into which way they're going to book it. It's not the first time these four have met, but it's.
I know where you're going. I know where you're going. Hey,
the Bucks versus the Hardys. So I'm going to kick it off.
Don't you mean the Hardys versus the cosplayers?
Yeah, we could go with that way. I'm going to go with Matt. I'm going to go with Matt to win. You take your choice after that.
You know what? Yeah, these things have been going on. Obviously, you've seen the promos between them, right? But this could be the proverbial handing of the torch. And if that's the case, yeah, I'm going to kind of be strategic here, and I'm going to go with the Young Bucks. Purely because obviously everyone has always said that they're, the cosplayers, they're this, they're that. But at the same time, they've still got a lot to offer. They've still got a lot to give. I don't... actually, shit. Because at the same time, the AEW tag titles are the only titles that the Hardys haven't held. So, Jesus Christ, this is a hard one. Oh my God. See, I don't think it... Oh, man, why? It's like I want the Hardys to win because one, Young Bucks have held that title already, so they've really got nothing to prove there, and they held it for a very long time, which is again they don't really need to go on that next title run again. The Hardys, this is almost like I feel like this is their last run. So actually, you know what? Although I think it was the handing of the torch, I'm gonna go with Jesus. I'm gonna go. I think this is Omos and flipping Bobby Lashley, and I hated it.
Follow your heart. Follow your heart, man.
Never go with your heart.
Go with your first choice. Go with your first choice in your head. Whatever you come up with.
Nico, tried to win. Follow your heart, man.
All right. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna go Young Bucks then. That's it. I'm not even gonna try and deliberate on it too much. I think it's the passing of the torch. Because obviously there's another thing. The Hardys can afford the loss. The Young Bucks, if they lose, it's another where do they go from here then sort of thing.
To the sneaker store.
And at the same time, there's going to be a collective undisputed elite sweep in some kind of way. So yeah, I'm gonna go Young Bucks.
Right. By the way, you're cemented in, right? Because you're gonna blame us and say that we made you pick just like Omos again. That's it. You said Young Bucks. You went first. You had it. It's done. You've actually made my decision a lot easier. So I'm actually gonna go Hardys. Why? Because it's the quest of gold. Also, because the Bucks. At first, I was like, maybe the Hardys are more on a solo run. That point that they've never held anything else. They need that victory before they go solo. Also, I think Nico highlighted it earlier. The Bucks are bulletproof.
Mm-hmm. This was the team I was going to say is bulletproof.
They can eat a loss and it won't mean much to them. Passing of the torch, I think if you go back to Impact, we had Generation Me versus the Hardys. And I don't know which way that led, but that was the passing of the torch. It's not the first time.
They did it in Ring of Honor as well.
They've met in many. I was going to say Ring of Honor. Yep. The only place they haven't done it is Japan, or WWE, obviously, because the Bucks will not sign there. But yeah, I think in this there's enough to go around that in this moment, the Bucks are absolutely, they can eat the loss and not worry about it. They'll be back tomorrow and just kicking ass. Then I think you raised your hand, but I had to jump in.
Yeah, it's all right. Hardys. Simple reason. Thank you, Leon. You're the one that said it. They haven't won this title yet. They've got.
It's not for the title. It's not for the title, but
nope. But they have to win enough times to go end up fighting for the titles. And they already fought the Young Bucks, Ring of Honor, before they came over to WWE. The last run, and yeah, it's just. All is going to happen in this match, as I said before. Well, I never said it before. Jeff is going to take a horrible bump. Matt's going to do something stupid and hurt himself. And I hope it's just good. I just hope it's a good match. I don't know if the Hardys are still.
It's not that the Hardys are aging.
No, it's not that. The Hardys they've been broken. They're broken. They're going to go slower pace compared to the Hard, and Young Bucks matches are usually bam, 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 spot. Can Jeff get up into that position quick enough to take the hard bump?
Do you know what? I like that when you said they've been broken, because I'm just going to put up the poster one more time. it's actually Elite versus Delete.
Mm-hmm.
That all matches into that whole broken era.
So yeah, I'm going for the Hardy. Going for the Hardy just because I want them to win the title, even if it's for a day, so they can win all the titles.
I've got an interesting concept that I'm going to deliver on this. Let's go, Nick. You were quite solid on your answer for this one.
No, I wasn't. I mean, in the sense that the Bucks are bulletproof, yeah. But here's the thing: what this match is going to establish is how AEW are positioning the Hardys, because the Hardys could very, very much, because as you've all said, they're broken and they're old. They could very, very much have been broken. They could very much have been brought back as not a nostalgia act, but as like the guys to push the other tag teams over. So they could be that team that gets brought in and, just eats losses, but it doesn't harm their careers because they've had one of the best careers ever. But by them losing, it pushes other people over. The Bucks is an interesting one to start with because they're bulletproof and they don't need pushing over. But, imagine, Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus beating the Hardys. Cool. Imagine Sting and Darby Allin beating the Hardys. Cool. Imagine Hook and Danhausen beating the Hardys. Okay, cool. Imagine, fucking Best Friends and Orange Cassidy and all that. All of a sudden, now you've positioned yourself in a way that the Hardys are a very useful tool to putting guys over. But here's the thing. I reckon, because AEW really are all about the fan service, I think this is one last ride. I think this is one last run for the Hardys. I think they're going to hold gold. I don't think they'll hold it for that long when they've got it. They are going to hold it. So, although I think the Young Bucks at this point are the best tag team on the planet, and I stand by that, I really do stand by that.
No, sorry, I was giggling because of your pen swivel. Again, guys, put over. I'm just having flashbacks of like GoldenEye. Exactly that. I was just having.
You ain't not clicking. Give me the code. Give me the code.
Okay, give me the codes, Natalia. Give them to me. So yeah, Hardys.
Yeah. Okay. So I agree with basically what everyone said, but I'm gonna go with the Hardys because I agree it's the last ride, the last quest for gold, and then they've got the ultimate bragging rights about there being tag team champions everywhere they've gone. I think ultimately, it's about where do we go from here. I think the Bucks.
Japan, baby!
You took it out of my mouth.
The Bucks losing is a big part about their future storylines with the Undisputed Elite, and possibly Omega returning, and then basically just they're going from there with the storyline of the Bucks have been losing since they've been aligned with Cole, but when they're aligned with Kenny, they're better or whatever. Yeah. Hardys obviously are moving on to the tag team championships. And obviously there's history there for them because Christian is the manager of Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus. Yeah, so I'm sure they'll do a little thing there. And then ultimately I think FTR is gonna face the Hardys and end up winning the titles of the Hardys. So Hardys.
Interesting. Okay.
So 4 Hardys, 1 Bucks. Okay.
Cool. Interesting. I actually thought I could see the Hardys going to win the tag titles, and then that's where the Bucks take the title back. But FTR is a good choice.
FTR, they're building on FTR.
That's an interesting choice. Hardys versus FTR would be awesome. Okay, bro. Here's one for you.
The only ones I picked the same thing. Everything. Everyone's different so far, apart from AJ and myself.
Yeah.
Okay,
guys. Next one for you, Big Tone. MJF versus Wardlow.
This is an odd match.
Just
because of stipulation.
This is actually quite hard. This is
really
very hard.
Just because of stipulation. Just because of
stipulation. I'm fascinated.
Out of interest, what is the stipulation?
There is none. It's a match.
No, it was again.
Stipulations have already taken place. The whippings, the steel cage match.
No, there's no stipulation.
No. Actually, I'll make him right. Hold on. I'll make him right. Wardlow still has to beat MJF to be free and get out of that contract. So
sign for AEW. If he loses, he can't sign for AEW.
Oh,
I know it's
I didn't
stupid,
realize that was
but a storyline.
Okay, all right.
Well, they
I thought I had the
basically
answer.
put
I
themselves
definitely
into a
had the
corner
answer.
then.
One at a time. Go big time.
They once put themselves into a corner now. Then, like, obviously, then Wardlow's got to win. I thought it was a thing where, like, it was the match or whatever. And MJF hasn't lost up until this point, like, straight being pinned to the mat. So I was thinking, like,
I mean, Punk?
No, he hasn't been pinned.
Moxley?
No, yeah. Wait a minute. That's pretty sure. Like he didn't.
Moxley beat him in the in the title match. Remember, MJF has had a world title match already, and he lost to John Moxley.
Yeah, but how did he lose? Did he actually get pinned?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah. Then MJF definitely losing then. Like you gotta like keep the steam going with Wardlow. Wardlow is like the love child of Goldberg and Batista right now, isn't it? So. They've got to keep the steam going. That's their big man, their most popular big man. The crowd are with him. They've built him very well. I mean, like, again, WWE take notes. If you want your big man to get over, this is how you do it. Yeah. And, like, even had this little Batista moment at the last pay-per-view with, when he, like, turned on MJF for against CM Punk. So, the similarities are popular. I think... soon we're gonna see Wardlow move on to challenge for the TNT title. Yeah, so definitely Wardlow.
Let me go next. Yes. Yeah, you're right in the sense they've booked themselves into a corner. Of course, it's Wardlow. Let me build on just a few comments you've made. Like, yes, they have built. He has literally so organically become AEW's Goldberg. It's been so organic. It's been wonderful. Now, I'm going to say maybe something that will surprise you all. I don't think MJF is just getting his ass whooped. I think this match is going to be quick. Like, quick. Because if you look at the last pay-per-view, the CM Punk MJF match, rightfully so, was really long. It was nearly an hour, I believe. Like, it was long. It was the best match of the night by a country mile. But this has been like Mortal Kombat when you're like climbing the boss ladder, Wardlow has now reached Goro. We're there. And I do think that he is going to annihilate MJF. Like bell rings, ding, ding, powerbomb symphony, like 8, 9, 10 of them pin. Like destruction.
Yeah. Cool. I'm going the old thing of like Kevin has said before, we don't get paid by the hour. I think it's one of those matches. MJF, it's gonna be a long overall promo section, a short.
You don't think MJF's gonna teeth him though? Run around the ring, have Sean Spears interfere.
Sure. When he gets his hands on him, he's getting twatted.
Right. So MJF's gonna come out, use what he's got, the gift of the gap, and just antagonize everything. Then the bell rings, it's a powerbomb pin, match is over. Then he gets a beat down after. It's gonna be a quick match, but a longer segment than the actual match itself, if it makes any sense. So, but that's the thing they did when because as I said, researchers and look at it, I went, he has to win. Wardlow has to win, but MJF is so hot right now.
MJF is bulletproof.
Or they could make it a case of Wardlow wins and they go, it's Tony Khan. Tony Khan's doing something to help against this because they're making like MJF versus Tony Khan. Yeah. I don't know why, but it looks like they're going that way. But
so they're doing MJF and Tony Khan behind the scenes because we're building up to the great fucking, contract bid of 2024 when his contract expires. By the way, just put this to bed. MJF ain't going anywhere. This is brilliant storytelling, what they're doing. It's just making MJF look like an even bigger heel, like he could leave the company that made him and all that. But one thing I'll add, though, is that besides being a great mouthpiece, he is a phenomenal wrestler. Like, people always at MJF's a mouthpiece. It's like, yeah, but he is literally, for me, the second coming of Chris Jericho. It's like, yeah, he is sensational on the mic, but goddamn, he's a good wrestler too. His mic skills are so good, people forget how good his wrestling is. Like he is the total package. He's brilliant.
I won't use the total package yet until I see him as a face.
Couldn't agree more.
He needs to be able to do all of it, and he's a great heel.
Best heel in the world at the moment.
But if he pulls it off later in his career and becomes a great face, then that's it. He's one of the best overall. So yeah.
He is.
I'm just going to go with this one on the sense that, Wardlow's on the come up, and that's the thing. It would be stupid. But even before knowing this whole he gets a contract situation, I was like, Wardlow's on the come up. Right? It again, as Nico said, that kind of Goro level. It's that thing that it's breaking the chains, isn't it? If you're going to beat a man, you have to beat the man who held you back. We've seen it with Virgil and $1 Million Man. We've seen it with Batista and Triple H. It's a tale as old as time. It's just what it had to be. Yeah, I'm all in for Wardlow on this one. Sorry, Den, did you have something else you wanted to add?
Yes, I did. I got one problem though. This happens quite a lot where there's someone being held down, they build themselves up, they get out of their area. Then once they get out of that, they pretty much just fizzle out. It happens so often as well.
Not in AEW, it doesn't.
So I hope.
It can, but I mean, if we're talking about giving a man a contract, you can't build him to the absolute highest and then be like, oh yeah, by the way, no contract. It feels a given.
No, here's a contract, and they'll go wrestle this nobody. And because are people caring about Wardlow, or they caring about Wardlow beating up MJF?
Oh, do you know what? I'm going to put a curveball, which is obviously not just Leon's the only one who's not giving
the Powerbomb Symphony. Powerbomb Symphony is very popular.
Let me talk on it, man, because I haven't made my pick yet.
I was just going to put a curveball, Leon, but you're going to hate me for doing it. If Wardlow doesn't get an AEW contract, he may get a Ring of Honor contract. Over to you.
As well, actually.
Brian Cage. No, it's not. Brian Cage is the big man of Ring of Honor. That's done.
This is why I was kind of thinking MJF might win, No, I'm joking. You know what? This thing's been going on for so long, and as you said, they're building the character for so long. Yeah, they've cut Wardlow's music, so he's just been coming down to nothing. That was his hype music, like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, that's due to come back. I was also thinking, did they put it for political reasons? When I say political, obviously, you know what's going on in the world and stuff. The fact that he's got a song about war, I'm not sure. But if it's a thing where MJF has just been trying to make him just look as, I don't know, nonsensical as he possibly could, now it's that proverbial arse whooping where it's going to be like it doesn't work by the hour, just like one of you said. And obviously he's going to get that big win, his music's going to come back, the crowd's going to go crazy, and he could actually go on for an AEW world title match, because I don't think he's lost that many matches if you look at his whole career. And that could bring back the feud with him and MJF again. As a matter of fact, that could be the feud where MJF fights him again and beats him and wins the world title. So there's a possible storyline there as well. But in this sense, I'm going to go with Wardlow. Wardlow gets the win, gets his music back.
Leon, I'm going to put the picture up.
What's
Can
the
you just
vibrating?
refresh your page, because you're frozen. We can hear you, but we can't see your visuals. In that case, Big Tone. Sadly, mate, I'll just pick you randomly. Okay, the next match going on is Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland, Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, the current and Powerhouse Hobbs and Ricky Starks.
No, I don't want to pick on this one.
No, go to the visual again.
Come again?
Like that flash. Show the visual again.
So Team Taz, Awesome Team, and Keith Lee.
All right. See, like on paper, this would be kind of hard. Yeah, because again, I feel like they're doing a nice job of finally elevating Powerhouse Hobbs and Ricky Starks. Yeah, they've got them on TV every week. They're doing stuff. Yeah, and like Powerhouse Hobbs is a sleeper big guy. They're building him up quite nice. Of course, Keith Lee and Swerve are the like new shiny toys. They've come in. They've done bits. I actually love both of Swerve's and Keith Lee's entrance musics. Very cool. But then it goes back to what I was saying. We're building towards Hardy's versus the Jurassic Express. Yeah. Like, I feel that is the match, especially as you want to have a moment with probably Jeff versus Jungle Boy.
Jungle.
Yeah. So thinking ahead, I feel that Jurassic Express retains.
Yep. I don't have much to add to that, to be honest. Jurassic Express are taking it, and Christian Cage will turn on the Jurassic Express when they face the Hardys.
Ooh, that's an interesting spin. I'm also going Jungle Express, Jurassic Express, just because, to be fair, I think the tag team of Team Taz are just guys who were there but work better as individuals. I could be wrong. I've not seen enough. And there's a lot more earning to go for Keith Lee and Swerve, in my personal opinion. So it feels like a not non-starter, but like a no-brainer. It's going to be an awesome match. Awesome match.
Oh, yeah.
All guys are quality. But I see Jungle Express taking the victory.
Starks is an underrated talent, you know.
I don't doubt that.
I'll be with y'all straight up.
Definitely is.
I didn't know who. Yeah. When I saw that, I was like, "Oh my god!" It's people are actually
when you get the Rock on the Wish.
Team, what's it called? Team Taz. Just because I saw Powerhouse Hobbs and I thought he was just a generic wrestler, but he can actually go, and I was like, "Oh shit, he's good." Keith Lee, because Keith Lee's my boy. But then my first time seeing AEW, instantly Zach Blanders on Jungle Express. Just if y'all remember, I was talking about them. I didn't even know what their name was. I was like, this guy with a dinosaur face, and then this little guy that can go so good. And I was like giddy the first time I saw them. So yeah, and I didn't even know they're champion. But yeah, I'm sticking with them until they fight.
I've got to stick with that.
Well, I'm gonna stick with
Jungle Boy. Freaking awesome. He is just awesome.
God.
He is my AEW guy, honestly.
Yeah, he just instantly you watch it and you just like go. You watch him and you go, yeah, I like this guy. I don't know anything about him, but I like him. I'm cheering for him.
Very likable.
Leon.
Okay, yeah. You've all raised very good points there. Not to mention they've got like the best tutoring from one of the best tag teams in history in Edge and Christian. They've got so much experience, at this point, Christian's got so much experience in how tag teams are supposed to be run, how to be fluent, how to be efficient, and so forth. When you've got a good former tag team specialist pushing a tag team who are current champions, you can't really go wrong, really. So in that sense, even though a couple of these teams could be a threat, and it would be a shock if any one of the other teams were to win, but not so much because of the people involved. But for what Jungle Express are and for how far they have come, not to mention, as I said, the shooter they have behind them in Christian, I see Jungle Express.
Cool. I'm just going to ask a question, just because we're on a tag team element here, and we're talking of great tutoring and whatnot. What's Private Party up to at the moment? Because I just don't watch AEW. Like, how's the House of Andrade going, or whatever they're called? What's that?
That's okay. They're on TV every week. I mean, it's not like they win, but they're just there to like elevate teams at the moment.
Yeah,
and elevate storylines. But they have good matches. Yeah, and people are especially loving Isaiah Cassidy. So I feel Private Party is a nice team where they can just sleep for a while and then bring them back to face whoever they're gonna face.
Awesome.
They could be just as popular as the Young Bucks, to be fair. Private Party. I really like their fluidity in the ring. They work very well with said tag teams. They're very good. I think they are worthy of carrying titles.
Many AEW.
It may not be their time yet. So that being said, they are good. I like Private Party as well. They kind of have that high flying lucha libre kind of thing. They're technical, so they actually got what it takes to go on that run and beat that team. But I don't think it's their time just as yet.
I think
it was just I was looking at all the tag teams that were there in their future, and they kind of crossed my mind. Okay, Leon, over to you, sir, because you were going to start the last one, but you had to refresh. Death Triangle versus House of Black. Tough freaking call on this.
Holy crap! Yeah. Oh my god, I didn't see that.
Then I'm going to let you see that one more time, just so you could take it in.
Yeah, I know who everyone is. Is just ouch for a pick.
The proper House of Black, not the House of Beta.
Yeah, let's carry on from that. Move on.
This one is possibly hard because of the fact that there could be. You know what it was? When this rivalry started, I sensed a change somewhere, and I actually thought it was going to be the bastard who was going to do that switch and become a part of House of Black. Because let's be real, don't you think that that bastard Pac would fit into the House of Black? And that rhymes, by the way. Don't you think?
That's what I heard. I'm like, let me see.
Don't you think that he would fit nicely in the House of Black? He fits perfectly. As a matter of fact, here it would be nice here if he joined the House of Black and they kicked out Buddy Rogers or whatever his name is in AEW.
No.
Oh man.
No.
But,
no way.
Yeah, it could be possible. Or okay, if it's gonna grow the faction like the Ministry did or like the Corporation did, I could see Black.
I agree with you.
Or NWO, yeah. Why couldn't he? I have always sensed that somewhere down the line, Pac is going to switch and become a heel again because he's a better heel for one. Look at the rivalry he had with Kenny Omega in the first pay-per-views for AEW. Absolutely wonderful. You couldn't take your eyes off that match. You could not take your... And he was a heel at the point as well, right? So, I think he needs to become heel again because he's kind of softened his tone since he's joined the Death Triangle. As much as I love the Lucha Brothers, they need to be the Lucha Brothers. Forget this trios thing. They need to go on and be the Lucha Brothers. Yeah? They could do, speaking of curveball, AJ, Penta Oscuro could join. He's been on this whole death thing, this whole graveyard thing, this whole kind of black thing. He could be the one to turn on his brother. I mean, come on, the Hardys did it. And join House of Black as well. So for that sense, I'm going to take a chance on this one, and I'm going to say House of Black. There's so many possibilities for someone to switch. There's so many possibilities for someone to change.
Why not? No, please let it be Nico.
Please not me now.
Let's all vote. Who should go next? Nico.
The thing is, Nick, without Big Tone being here, you're talking. Even if I put Den up next or me up next, you're talking to two guys who've not watched the AEW product for the longest while. I don't know Tony Khan's mind.
You Big Tone?
I don't know Tony Khan's mind like I can potentially tap into Vince's. But I'm going to work.
Big Tone's back.
I'm going to work with what Leon said with the potential turn. I think you can have the Lucha Brothers as a tag team that can go on. If there was a turn in any other way, not saying there needs to be a turn, to be honest. There doesn't need to be a turn. I also think House of Black is on the come up. Death Triangle is something that's been there. The Lucha Brothers can do tag, they can do single. They've got their own elements. House of Black is building, and to show that they are this dominant force, which will eventually lead to a Malachi Black in the title picture. I'm just going to slightly lean on House of Black.
Big Tone.
Just wait and see who next. Me? All right, cool. I'm going to go for that team that's copying Edge's team. That House of Black. That one that was only for one person. He gets it. He knows I'm just messing with him. Anyway, moving on.
You know, timeline in these things is important, yeah?
Yes, yeah, Edge was in the Ministry of Darkness way before House of Black.
I'm joking. I don't make it.
He was also in the
Let's move on. Let's move on. Right.
Start a war.
I'm going for House of Black.
Is that because Death Triangle have a guy called Ray and Ray's never win? Sorry, I couldn't help it.
Oh, please. Let's not start the fight till the end.
See, do you know? No. Sorry. Because the cusses are actually weak now. If you're going to try and diss, at least be sensical. Because what's pissing me off now isn't the banter, it's the lack of logic. So first off, dealing with the Edge thing. Yeah, he was in the Ministry first, and then he was in the Brood. It's like, okay, cool. So not only is he so lacking creativity that he's recycling things from 30 years ago, but he's now doing it after other guys have already done it better than him. Point one. Point two. oh, Ray Phoenix never wins. Nah, you're right. He was just in the best match of last year, the cage match with the Young Bucks, where he won and got the pin. Cool. Sorry, Dan, back to you.
Just to say,
shut up!
That whole answer proved the triggering. That was what these words said. Obviously, no one means a single word.
As I said in my opening statement, because you're also preoccupied about the triggering, what triggered me wasn't the content, it was the logic. If you're going to trigger me with Rey Mysterio and House of Beta, do it logically. What's pissing me off here is the lack of logic. Rey's never win is stupid. Back to Dan.
Right, is it back to me? Cool. I just had to leave the room, the virtual room for a moment because y'all need to listen to your champion, right? The champion's name. That is that. This is this. It's two different things. Let them do their things separately, and let's not talk about what's good on that side and what's good on that side. There's someone out there that loves that team and don't even know anything about House of Black, and another team that know everything about House of Black and doesn't know anything about Edge. It is what it is. It's entertainment. It's subjective.
If you know, you know, and we know. But carry
Continue then.
We know that we're making an AEW prediction, and I'm going to go for House of Black because Malachi Black is in there, and also because of the passion of my colleague here, Nico, I'm going to go with them. I am actually showing you support, but you went off before I got a chance to do this part. Is I made that joke at the start about them pretending to be Edge, but the fact that you were so passionate about it on our last talk about they're just copying House of Black, that's what brought me into knowing House of Black. So because of your passion is why I'm picking House of Black. Nothing to do with anyone I've seen, nothing to do with Lucha Brothers, nothing to do with Pac, just because of your passion.
I appreciate
There's my
that.
pick.
Big turn. That means you.
Is he frozen?
I think he's frozen. Shit.
Nice to see some potato.
I'm back. Well, you know what? Some of your points in it, like I feel was really good. Well, I would love to see Pac like basically turn on Death Triangle and join House of Black. I think he's made for that. But then at the same time, Malachi Black versus Pac 1-on-1 is salivation. Yeah, I want to see that. Like I want to see those two go. I want to see those two go for broke. Yeah. But in terms of this match, it's got to be House of Black all day. I mean, Death Triangle can eat the loss and it not really matter. Yeah. Because again, like until the trios titles come out, they don't really have too much to do. So on that logic, like Malachi Black and his House of Black is on the rise. My only question is when is what's her name? That Hartwell girl, Lacey Hartwell. Yeah,
Julia.
is she gonna join them or not? Julia, that's it. Julia Hartwell. Yeah. Is it Hartwell? Ain't it Hartwell?
Hart.
Or Hart.
Julia Hart.
Oh,
I remember searching to see if she was part of the Hart family, actually.
Yeah, Julia Hart. Okay. Is she gonna join the House of Black at some point? I called that like ages ago. I want to see if it comes true. But no, like the House of Black's definitely walking out with the victory.
Do you know what?
It's funny you say that actually, because like the Varsity Blondes have still got some receipts to give back to House of Black. Could they interfere in this match? You know what I mean? Like that's actually a good point.
That's a possibility. That's how Julia.
Sorry.
And that's how Julia actually gets involved, because the Varsity Blondes come down to try and get their little revenge. But then Julia comes down and we think she's going to join, but she ends up turning.
Right. So I hate answering these questions at the end of like each match, but I'm just trying to keep up to date, and it's good to see perspective from each person on this one. Tone, you mentioned the trios title. When AEW first started, you had a lot of them like Kenny and the Bucks, Death Triangle, Jurassic Express. Like most of these places, guys were in trios. Is it still a trio still a like big thing in AEW?
Apparently, the belts are already been made.
Now you've got Santana Ortiz and Eddie Kingston as well.
Yeah, apparently the belts are already been made and ready to go. They're just waiting to
Nick, your wires out there.
Santana Ortiz and Eddie Kingston The Undisputed Elite, Jurassic. No, Marco Stunt's gone, mate.
Wow.
The Undisputed Elite, Best Friends with Orange Cassidy, Death Triangle, House of Black. You've got I guarantee
you do have Jurassic Express with Christian.
You know what? You've listed enough, and then I suppose there's also
there's 100%. There's and I'm forgetting some here.
Stuff like that. So.
Yeah, there's a huge.
There's lots.
Cool.
There's some divisions that starts with only 2 teams.
Ring of Honor as well.
Right. Yeah, I was literally just out of curiosity because I've not been able to see much on the product on that one. And finally, Nico.
So, look, I'm not gonna cast a different vote here, but what I'm kind of raising an eyebrow about is everyone going like, "Oh, this turn from Pac or the receipts are owed from the Varsity Blondes." It's like, do y'all not remember that fucking Death Triangle owe these guys a receipt? Like, they've gone after every single one of them. Like, this is their receipt match. The reason I'm still going to lean House of Black, though, is that they actually need the win. They've had some fantastic matches, but they're in dire need of a win. I think there's going to be a spot here which is going to set the world alight, which is why I reacted so strongly earlier when Leon said, get rid of Buddy Matthews. I was like, no. Because you watch when Buddy Matthews and Ray Phoenix take to the ring, it is going to be fireworks. That's going to be spot
Murphy. Yes, Buddy Matthews, formerly Murphy. Cool.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't recognize him.
Murphy Pac will be good in the ring. That's going to be gold.
Murphy Pac will be amazing. Murphy Phoenix is going to be sensational.
Don't refer to him as Murphy.
Sorry, you're quite right. Buddy Matthews. Him and Phoenix are going to do bits in the ring. There's that little thing in the back of my head was that this is Death Triangle's receipt match. You know, story-wise, they should be winning this, but I do think we're going to see a House of Black.
Don't think with your heart, think with your head on this one. Just giving you the last chance to say it before I put on the next card.
House of Black.
Cool. I'd see it more than anything, not for turns, not for anything else, but Malachi Black's elevation. I think that's why.
Did we all pick House of Black on this one?
Yeah. Everyone's gone black. Okay, Nick, this is your kick-off, my friend. The anarchy in the arena.
I'm actually quite pissed off with this match.
Okay, so just for the benefit of pod members, we are talking John Moxley, Bryan Danielson, Santana Ortiz, and Eddie Kingston versus the Jericho Appreciation Society. Okay.
And what you've just read is exactly why I'm pissed off. So we've got the Blackpool Combat Club. Where's Wheeler Yuta?
Yeah.
No one's thinking. No, I haven't heard commentary. I haven't heard them address this. Like, he's literally just joined them. Like, spare a thought for Wheeler Yuta. Jesus Christ. Oh, by the way, there's another fucking trios team for you.
Wasn't he defending the Ring of Honor Pure Championship in Ring of Honor? Is that the reason for his absence?
Yeah, then address it. If you're positioning Ring of Honor as one of... No, they didn't. I've watched Dynamite and Rampage this week when they've been pumping this match. They haven't even mentioned Yuta in name.
See, that would have been a good thing.
They're going to talk about it after.
I thought they mentioned it the week before this week.
No, bro, he hasn't been mentioned in the scope of this match. I'm telling you, Wheeler Yuta's.
They're going to talk about it on when is AEW Monday? They're going to talk about it on Monday.
When
I don't know.
My point is, I would have liked to have seen reasons for Yuta not being involved in this match. Obviously, I know it's got to be 5-on-5. So one guy had to make the cut, and it was always going to be Yuta. But storyline-wise, I think they've missed a beat here. Not only to fucking pump him up, because they've been building Yuta like crazy, and no one's talking about him. Not online, not on the show, nowhere. It's like, yo, you've just built this guy. Why is he not being mentioned? And he's holding a Ring of Honor belt. You could have, laced that in. Wheeler Yuta's not going to compete because he's holding the belt for our other fucking brand. It's like, you missed a beat there for me. But I do think Leon's going to be very happy here. The receipt from Santana Ortiz in Kingston has been coming for time. This is so due now. I also think there's a part of me that thinks Eddie Kingston is going to pin Jericho and lead into that feud starting again. But I don't see the Jericho Appreciation Society winning this. So, yeah. Blackpool Combat Club, who they're not bulletproof yet. They're not the type of guys who can eat a loss and just go on next week. It's like, no, a loss to them at this point because of how they're being built as like we're the new kids on the block, even though we're not the new kids, but we're the new team on the block. They can't lose at the moment. It would be very bad for them to lose, even in this scope. So yeah, Blackpool, Santana, Ortiz, and Kingston.
I'm actually going to go the opposite. I feel that what's going to happen is when we had the Stadium Stampede or whatever the hell it was, Inner Circle lost, and I feel like Jericho needs to.
Which one, the first or the second?
Was he in both?
I believe so.
I didn't know there was two Stadium Stampedes. Oh.
It was 2 Stadium Stampedes.
Yeah,
did he lose both?
Circle.
I don't.
Did Inner Circle win the second one?
I think so.
Oh.
Inner Circle were good guys the second time.
Right, and they won. Yeah, right. Yes.
Do you know what? I'm still going to go with Appreciation Society because I feel that they are an actual built team, whereas you're taking two separate teams together to then take on something. Whereas those guys winning, put it this way, Blackpool Combat and LAX 2.0, whatever they're called at the moment, I don't know what it is, have to do their own victories for themselves. It can't be this combination of two teams to take out an established team. I could live to regret it. But I kind of see Jericho taking the edge on that one. I could be totally wrong.
Interesting.
I kind of agree with Nico on his statement where he said that basically they're a new team, the Blackpool Combat Club, and they can't really afford a loss. And I would say the same for Proud and Powerful, Santana and Ortiz, because they've been on this streak of losing. There's literally been no sign of them being in the tag title game. So how much losses can they take before, like, what do you do with that? Like, you see what I'm saying? Unless they were to become ultimate heels sort of thing, you know, it could be a thing where they join the Jericho Appreciation Society. But at the same time, I wouldn't think so. Like, you know, all this wizard talk, you know, it seems like Jericho don't like any black guys in the group.
Yeah, that is wrong. That is wrong.
Do you talk about being a wizard? The Jericho says a wizard.
Yeah, he's shooting fireball. It's all fucking thinly veiled digs at WWE. The whole thing is fuck you to Vince. It's brilliant.
Right. Yeah, no, obviously.
I'm a wizard.
I'm a wizard.
I'm just bantering because, like, it was mentioned before, actually. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I was just having a little twist there, sort of thing.
Oh, it's so funny.
But on a serious note, all jokes aside, you know, the Bullet Club can't. Sorry, the Bullet Club. Sorry, the Blackpool Combat Club can't afford a loss at the moment. They're just coming around. I don't think Santana and Ortiz can afford a loss. Collectively, they come together to overcome the Jericho Society, and not to mention, the Jericho Society have been doing all of these fuckeries. You know what they did to Eddie Kingston with the whole fireball to the face, that kind of thing. There's definitely a receipt due. And it could lead to, and I think Nico's also right on the pin as well. Eddie Kingston gets the pin on Jericho, and they go on to have another rivalry sort of thing because they've been getting very personal as well. So that's definitely a good point. But without going into too much stories, my pick is the Blackpool Combat Club and Santana and Ortiz to beat the Jericho Appreciation Society.
Yeah, so again, like it is a thing where both of them could really use this win. Yeah, because again, Jericho Appreciation Society is pretty new itself, and can we just acknowledge how brilliant Jericho is, man? Yeah, again, he reinvents himself. Now the wizard.
Dumbest.
I'm sorry,
the dumbest.
It's so silly, but it is hilarious. You can put it on a t-shirt.
It's a sports entertainment thing, right?
Exactly.
Great.
You know, it's a nice little dig. His whole faction is a nice little dig to rile up the crowd. Yeah, he's hitting the Misaki where they hurt. The sports entertainers things. But again, Blackpool Combat Club, they can't lose because they're being built as the shiny new toy. You know, these are the big boys in it, the big balls of AEW right now in it. Yeah, who's going to join them? Yeah, and then at the same time, you know, Kingston and Proud and Powerful. Yeah, they need that win because again, you know, they would get the ass whipped too much by the Jericho Appreciation Society. So this is where it comes full circle. You know, like somebody like I don't know, one of Ever Rise can like get pinned or whatever they call 2.0 in this, and then like we just move on from there. So gonna go with Blackpool Combat Club.
Yeah, Blackpool and Jericho Appreciation Society, 2 more trios teams, by the way.
I'm gonna let Ben come up, but you guys have actually got me on the whole. If they're the sports entertainers versus the wrestlers, being what AEW tried to advertise, but I will stick with my decision because hey, I will.
Right. Then, I like Eddie Kingston personally, just because I just do his interviews he does, and he's an open book. He's there to fight. And I like what I heard from him. But I also love Jericho. Just because he's Jericho. So for this one, heads is Jericho, tails is Kingston.
Oh, the mighty coin. The mighty coin.
How do you do this now? Yeah.
Heads.
So I picked Jericho.
Oh shit. Then I don't think we've deviated from each other at one point yet.
Don't worry, we're going to deviate in the final match.
Well, here we go. But here we go. Because now everything's been done. We are now at the last match.
I don't have an opinion.
You asked to go first then? The choice is yours.
Cool.
This is the last match, the main event.
I'm going to pick someone.
Give me one sec. I don't know why I'm stuck on that there. There we go.
I don't think anyone else is going to follow my lead on this one. I got reasons. I'm picking CM Punk. I know they like to keep the real story is meant to be he keeps Hangman keeps the title for quite a while, so he can have a match with what's his name when he comes back and blah 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 blah.
He's had it for quite a while, bro.
Yeah, Hangman has not really been the shit. You want he's been good to the AEW fans, but you want your champion to stand out to the world, so more people want to watch your product because of who the champion is or something like that. Punk, he's becoming heelish, right? From what I think.
I wouldn't say heelish. He's playing mind games, but I wouldn't say he's being heelish.
All right, but I thought he was. Well, I love heel Punk. That's what I think. I thought he was gonna do whatever he can to get the title and become a dirty, rotten heel that took it. Because what was great about Hangman is chasing the title, not having the title, chasing it. And if Punk take it from him in a heelish way, and somehow once again I'm booking, which I shouldn't do. I'm booking a match. What I want Punk to win heel form. Dastardly, you bastard! I can't believe you did that to me. And then Hangman could chase it back again, and then Punk can cut his promos and do his things. But I'm going for Punk. Simple reason: he doesn't need it or anything like that, but he will help elevate the company itself. I believe. I really do think that would happen. You don't even hold it that long, just enough until the next person. Or he could be a transitional champion. Yes, Punk can be that as well. So yeah, I'm going for Punk. I had this one was thought from day one. From I saw the card, I went Punk, and that's my reason.
Cool.
Surprisingly, then, you're not actually going to be alone. Yeah, I'm going to go CM Punk as well. Because basically, I've been watching how this feud is played out, with Hangman seemingly being angry for no reason. Yeah, and again, if you watched the end of Dynamite where, he ended up punching CM Punk, because CM Punk got in his mind. I reckon this is all part
and he
of,
pushed
like,
him.
Again,
and he pushed him.
Yeah, he punched and pushed him or whatever. Yeah.
No. Punk pushed Hangman.
Oh yeah. Punk pushed Hangman, and then he got punched. Yeah, but like I reckon again, this is take 2 of long-term storytelling for Hangman. Yeah, like where does he go? What now that he's lost the title? How does he rebuild himself? Does he go back to alcohol? Yeah, now that he lost the title, they can tell really great stories with Hangman. That's why he's a great character. Yeah, like he could have been a little bit better when he was on top. Yeah, I just feel they just needed more cowboy shit, like shenanigans just going on. Yeah, to make us more entertained by his title run. But yeah, I can see them making Hangman win because, like I said, they do treat their AEW stars good. Yeah, like in favor of people coming in. But you need CM Punk as champion, man. Like again, like in a world where we got like Roman Reigns as double champion, on the other side. Yeah, I feel you need that big name, to sort of counteract that. And there's no bigger name in AEW than CM Punk. So CM Punk.
Yeah, this is a hard one because CM Punk's been on this whether I win, lose, or draw sort of thing. You're gonna shake my hand.
Sorry to interrupt you,
So that could
Leon,
easily...
but everyone, energy. Everyone looking kind of dead now. I know it's early in the morning, but think about our users.
I hear you.
All right, cool. Go on, Leon.
You know what? It's not even lack of energy. It's confusion. I'm processing.
I'm wide awake, man.
I'll run with that.
I'm waiting.
Oh,
I'm wide awake, like you know what I'm
Boom.
saying. But what I'm saying is like they've been on this whole whether I win, lose, or draw, you're gonna shake my hand sort of thing. You know, like does that mean that Punk is going to lose, and then he's going to want to shake his hand, and then Adam Page turns on him or beats the shit out of him, hits him with the belt, and he becomes that heel? Because here's the thing: he can still win the title, retain the title, sorry, and become that heel sort of thing. But at the same time, they've almost been teasing it with CM Punk at the same time. Third point is Big Tone makes a very good point of with Roman Reigns being the undisputed Universal Champion right now, you need another big name just as big, because he's that kind of person that can refer to that, kind of like how Moose does when he held the world title. Do you see what I'm saying? He was already putting digs out there that he was the best world champion in professional wrestling, so he was obviously calling out certain other companies, right? So and Moose is a big name also. So CM Punk could be that kind of person to do it. This is a very hard one to kind of determine who's going to win, because it's almost like Punk has given it away that he's not going to win that match. So I'm going to be strategic in terms of what I've seen. I know all of us have seen what's happened, but from what I've seen, I'm going to think with my head, not with my heart, and I'm going to go Adam Page. Adam Page is going to win his hand, but he could possibly turn a heel after that match as well.
Nick, I'm going to do you a solid. Do you want to go next or do you want to go last?
Last.
Don't let man choose. He did that before. You're next, Nick. Put Nick on next. Force him. Uncomfortable. Put him in an uncomfortable position. You've had this once before. You kind bastard. Change your name. AKA I'm
too sweet, bro. That's my problem. I'm too sweet. That's my problem. I'm torn. I am legitimately torn.
No shit, right?
Because here's the thing. CM Punk remains undefeated, and this would be it. Use your
CM Punk doesn't remain undefeated. MJF beat him twice.
Did he lose against MJF?
Twice.
Yeah.
Is it? Oh, my bad. Oh,
yeah.
That makes it interesting.
No, it was once, didn't he? What's it? He lost one and won one.
Okay,
no,
but
he lost two and won.
He's taken an L. It could be 6 times.
He's already got a loss now, which is kind of why I was swaying more towards Adam Page.
Adam Page winning gives him something credible. It also gives him a bit of edge. Now, I'm also hearing that there's a potential heel turn in this. The face run has been dry. A heel Adam Page even.
Adam Page
gives him something. It gives him new contenders to take on, but he's taken on faces. CM Punk is CM Punk. There's just no in between on that. And it's like, I get it. He's putting guys over, win or loss for them or him. But what goes next? Initially, because I thought Punk was undefeated, I thought this would have been his first loss. This would have given him something. I really don't want to be the mirror of Den as well, because this would just be a joke. But there's a part of me that says Punk wins as a heel, and he actually loses to a face, Omega, which then leads to the future of the company. Purely,
that's if Omega comes back as a face.
He could do a heel.
He has to come back as a face, and then
why?
He will come back.
Have you seen who his group is,
bro? Do you know?
He's coming back. He's coming back to face Adam Cole.
He comes back as a face because someone with that much star power instantly gets a pop. It's what it is.
Yeah.
He comes back as a face because
look what they did with Seth Rollins. Came back, hold the ring cheering Finn. Heel.
Once again, we're talking about different
rebuild, redesign, reclaim. He started off face, then gradually went back to heel. And the same can happen to Kenny. Even the other side to look at it is he comes back as a face because people are saying it. I miss Kenny. Like it's all over socials.
Of course.
Yeah, people who were like, I didn't dig him that much, and now saying like, God, I miss him. That's just the way it is. Ben, I'm sorry, bro. I thought we were actually going to separate.
Bro, that was the one match I know. I thought I was on my own.
I'm gonna go Punk.
So I only can if I get everything correct, I can only get a draw.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ!
Because more than anything, he's had good matches, but star attraction wise, I think Adam Page's champ has not been what they were hoping for. I could be wrong. I could be very wrong, but it's been great matches, and if you watch AEW, it's cool. In terms of star attraction, it needs the Punk injection.
The matches are on point. Like, but again, like I was saying, the entertainment factor, is again been missing. And I feel this is a problem for a lot of their face champions. The same thing happened to Moxley. Yeah. Like he's been far more entertaining when he didn't have the belt.
In the overall grand scheme of things, I know Nico's got gold pick, so I'm gonna give him a little more time to think, even though we knew about this coming for quite a while. But in the overall grand scheme of things, points wise in this competition, AJ, are we equal on points?
Yeah,
I think you're one ahead of me.
No,
we're equal because I've been crap. I won 2 quick ones and then just been losing.
The total scores, just to bring people up to date: Big Tones on 1, Leon 2, AJ 2, Nico 2, Den 2.
All right, keep going. After Nico done make up his mind, I'm going to see what match I'm going to change, which is going to cost me the win or the loss, because I want to win.
I thought you were settling it. I thought you were settling at 2 points. That's what you said at the beginning.
As he made his mind up.
Annoyingly, nothing of what anyone has said has helped me at all. Because I don't agree with. I think it's very unfair saying that Hangman's run has been dry. Like he's beaten Omega, he's beaten Archer, he's beaten Bryan Danielson multiple times, he's beaten Adam Cole multiple times.
Yeah.
No, everyone said the matches were good.
People,
bro, I haven't said the matches again. I didn't say the
No. I don't mean here. I mean in the outer stratosphere, the out my window over there, that place. I'm going to quote AJ here, and I'm trying to figure out the machinations of Tony Khan's mind here. Because title or no title, CM Punk is the biggest star in AEW. Do you double down and we do the coronation here of Punk?
Yes.
Or here's the other one. You look at the names that I've just seen, that I've just listed of who Hangman's beaten. Now add CM Punk to that list. Omega, Archer, Danielson, Cole, Punk. You can't say shit about that run anymore. Those people he's beaten now, you can't say shit. And the last thing that's fucking with my head, and this also comes down to how they're going to book the next pay-per-view, which is Forbidden Door. Now, this is pure speculation. One would assume that there's not going to be like inter-company titles on the line. So it's going to be kind of a little bit of a Survivor Series thing whereby you've got kind of champion versus champion type thing going on.
That's if they're even doing versus.
Of course. This is pure speculation. But one would think the top guy in New Japan is Kazuchika Okada. Do they want Punk Okada, dream match, or do they want Buckshot versus Rainmaker? That's fucking with me too. And
just to give you a slight hint, and I'm not an expert on this, Page has done Japan. So I don't know. I'm not an expert on New Japan cards.
So is Punk.
Rainmaker. Page has done New Japan, so him Okada may have happened already.
I swear Punk's already done New Japan.
Yeah,
well,
but
I
not
mean,
for
when
a
Punk got
long,
hot, after Punk got hot,
very, very long time.
It's a very different CM Punk that was in Japan.
He had long streaks in his head when he done that.
Also, just to help sway as well, Nico, Summer of Punk done correctly. Can you imagine? Summer of Punk Part 2, AEW style. The return of the Punk. Return of the Punk. Oh, yeah.
Why do you want me picking the same thing as you out of curiosity?
Because we differ.
No one said that. No one said that. Go with your heart. Pick Rugby.
I am not 100%.
Now my heart's not speaking to me at the moment. That nothing is speaking to me at the moment. I am literally shoulder shrug with this match.
To be honest, I could flip a coin too with this, but
literally. And by the way, that is just fucking testament to how well this whole thing has been booked. The fact that you legitimately don't know that Roman Reigns is going into a match, short of it being Cody Rhodey, we know Roman's winning now. Like the fact that we actually don't know because they've put these little nuggets out.
We all said RK Bro and Drew last time, and that didn't go too well. But
I threw that match.
Yeah, but that was a non-match. That's a non-match.
Literally a non-match. I'm talking about the top guy here. Why are you bringing Why are you bringing in the Stonehead and the Viper? Like I'm talking Roman Reigns. Like,
hey, which one's the Viper? Because I know both of them are Stoneheads.
That's true.
They've done it perfectly because they've put it where you're literally on the fence. Like either guy could win, and it would be. It wouldn't even be a shock.
Do you know what's resonated most with me? It's something Leon said. It's something Leon said about a possible heel turn. I hadn't even considered it. Cowboy shit turning on the crowd could be quite something. And you add CM Punk's name to all that. Then you look at the list of people he's beaten, and now he's a heel, and he's got Hangman.
Yeah, Jesus, I just thought about that as well. I'm sticking with CM Punk, but yeah, as you were going through the working out in your head, I was like, that makes sense.
They have teased the Page turn. I've seen it like from social points. It has been teased. Like people are putting it out there.
I've never heard CM Punk going into a title match saying, "Oh, win, lose or draw." He's always been that confident that he's going to win, and there's just been no ifs or buts about it. But he keeps saying, "Win, lose or draw, you're going to shake my hand. Win, lose or draw, you're going to shake my hand." Now, what happened when Shawn Michaels offered to shake Chris Jericho's hand? What happened? See what I mean? We've seen the same kind of thing here, where he kicked him in the nuts, beats the shit out of him, hits him with the belt, walks out, turns on the crowd, gives him the big fuck you, and then Page turns heel.
This match could be a no contest.
For me, thinking in my mind, that's another good point actually. But for me, thinking with my mind and for what the promos have been saying, it's like as if Punk's telling us he's going to lose the match. It's going to be a good match. It's going to be a hard match. It's going to be one of those close, cool matches, just like the triple threat match between the Bloodline and R Clay Bro. Nice one,
my guy.
But it's just one of those matches where, in the end, judging to how all the promos have gone, Page just will get the better hand, sort of thing. And because of that, Punk will offer to shake his hand. He'll kick him in the nuts or do something and then beat the shit out of him.
Punk's going to turn proper heel. I'm
sticking Hangman.
Down.
I'm
knock him down, turn proper heel, knock out Hangman. And in that point of the crowd booing because CM Punk just cheated, he's going to pick him up in his unconscious state and shake his unconscious hand. And that's the handshake.
I like that.
Win, lose, or draw, GTS, go to sleep.
I like that. I like that handshake angle, but I still think Hangman's got this.
It does legitimize Hangman, and I actually thought I was torn, and
Are you going to switch?
I've gone each way, but I'll stick with. Put it this way, Den. Have you found anything else you wanted? Have you found anything else you wanted to switch with?
No, I'm thinking I was actually close to switching because the Hangman part makes sense because it will, when Nico lists the people he's beating, that would make sense. He's beating all these top people. Then if he just so that in him turning heel, then he's got another set of people he can go against. So he's got different this could go for longer, and then they could keep him for Kenny to come back and Kenny get the title back. But
Kenny could come back literally after this match as a face with him having just turned heel, and we've got a role reversal.
Yep. But I am stubborn, and this is the one out of everything. This is the one I've made my mind up about, because it was so difficult that I've made a decision before we started this, and I went, no matter what anyone says, I'm not going to change my mind on this one, just to make sure I don't end. And then I'm like, shit.
Are you going to change your mind on this one?
I will do you.
You're going to change.
I will do you a solid.
You're not doing me a solid.
But I think Jericho is going to be the one that's going to screw me anyway. So this match won't do shit for me. I'll switch it. I'll go Paige. I will let you stay there. I will let you get your win, lose, or draw.
Ooh.
And I will.
You're not saying he's too nice, are you, then?
No, he's too sweet. He's too sweet.
Right. There we go.
So hang on. Who's picked Punk? Who has picked Punk?
I'll pick Punk. Then split Punk.
Oh God, Jesus! This one, I'm actually. You know the thing is, I give it up. We need to do more AEW picks. This has been a lot more. Ooh, I'm not sure. WWE, we can all pick the same damn thing, and we just change it just to throw matches. Or someone says, "I would never pick against John Cena," or someone else goes, just things like that. Because, but in this one, it's like. It literally, even after we finish this conversation and the pay-per-view go on, I'm gonna be like, oh, I should have changed. I should have changed this one.
AEW booked well. This is
what they've done a masterful job, because you know what, both guys have a good reason to win. Yeah, both people have like good arguments and good pass if they both win. Yeah, because from then,
not only this
can
one
go on and he can face many big people like from this point. Yeah, if he's
this is good. In terms of our viewers,
if Hangman continues, Hangman can continue as a face or a heel. Yeah, but even if he loses, he can go back down to chasing depression route and the second rise and getting his title back. So there's a lot of places they can go with both guys.
You never know. Can you remember come out and try to help his friend that was an enemy that became a friend that was an enemy? You never know what could happen. Kenny could hang out with Hangman.
This is absolutely great.
It's been 2 hours.
For our viewers, for our predictions, it's absolutely great because it gives them food for thought. Obviously, with all of us talking, it's given us food for thought. So AEW predictions is definitely good.
Said it.
I hope I win.
It's 2 hours. It's 2 hours.
Yeah. Well, guys, for the record, we did say it's the first off. We didn't say it's the only AEW prediction, so it's on the card. Just want to put it out there. Come again?
Technically, still shorter than WrestleMania, this prediction episode we've done, which is just over 2 hours. But WrestleMania was 2 nights, and it was like 2 hours each night.
That's why it was longer.
Right. So just want to put it out there. It's absolutely going to be a very, very tough card. If you guys want to put out there, like literally, please follow us at MOW News or at Ministry of Wrestling on Facebook and Instagram. We will put up, the polls will be coming up so we can see which way the public have voted as opposed to ourselves. It's going to be an absolutely awesome card. There's no denying that. Either way, win, lose or draw. It's one to it's literally one to enjoy. Sadly, here in the UK, we don't get access to a live pay-per-view. So I mean,
we do. Fight.tv.
Are Fight actually doing it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
we could actually all link up short notice tonight if y'all are up for it.
I don't have that.
I'm broken.
It's on the internet. It's literally $20. We each put in £3 or £4. We put a laptop with an HDMI into a TV. Bob's your uncle. Legit. If you wanted to meet up, it's on. We could do this.
What, on your way to your yard, yeah?
Huh?
Right, anyway.
I have a car. I can drive to Big Tones.
Big Tone is not his house. AJ's not his house.
There's no one at their place tonight.
I wouldn't say you need a car. I think you need a plane and a passport to get to that DLR zone over there. Oh no, you guys
no, not anymore. Not anymore.
Elizabeth line.
Hey, welcome to London, guys. Welcome to London. You're actually in London now. Welcome.
you know what?
So easy to get to yours now.
Again,
and I live in
Pod
South
Squad,
as well.
you have to join in. You'll see that in celebration of Tone and Leon coming over, Den has put the purple background because yes, the Elizabeth line has given them access into London now. Welcome, guys.
You see the silliness here, Leon, did it? Yeah, we've always
That's
had
the person
access.
who-
We've had
that's the person who
better
got home
access than you
after
guys
me
for years.
when we left our workplace at the same time. Like, who got home first?
Exactly.
AJ fucking took a bus. He took a bus.
I'm in work.
Exactly. He has to take a
Takes a
bus where we
bus.
can take multiple trains to get home, innit? Yeah. Who's
I
got
could
it
have done a
better?
different route.
Who's got it
AJ
better?
fucked up on the route, boy.
Who's got it better?
I gave you a head
Yeah.
start.
South.
If it was who came out of the station
Southeast.
first.
The guy who's running down them escalators. I saw you.
You probably tripped too.
All right, guys. Yeah, thank you very much.
Anyway,
Again,
digress. I've got to go get ready.
yeah, I was going to say,
Oh,
it's
but
been
one
an
thing
absolute
before you
pleasure as
go,
always.
AJ, there's a certain show that you and Nico do on Tuesdays. There's not one this week coming up. Could you please promote that? Because it's such a good show.
It's part of my closing speech, but I appreciate you, bro. I thank you very much. So yeah, again, the ministry is building, and we thank you. And we are going to be aiming for anyone in the UK. It's more of an evening time show because then our friends across the ponds can enjoy it at a different time. But we had to get this in because it's a very awesome card, so it'll be a good one. Will we be seeing it live? I doubt it, but who knows what will happen. But yeah, it's absolutely a good one. So guys, do tune in and please subscribe and get those likes in and shares in. If you're a wrestling fan, the Ministry of Wrestling is here to stay. Okay, we are the guys who created the O-Head of the Table. Again, if you want to catch us on pod, we are on Apple Spotify, iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Castbox, Deezer, Spreaker, iHeartRadio, Podchaser, Tuner, Stitcher, and Geo7. Those are also the places where you can find the movie Mount Rushmore. Yes, that's correct. Then, if you are a movie fan, do head on over to @SilverScreenDudes. Yeah, that's another YouTube channel. Yeah, we talk movies there. Top 10s. We just done our top 10 jungle movies. People have absolutely given us great reviews on that, including Den. Appreciate it and everything that goes on there. Nico, for any other support that people would like to give us, what can they do?
If you do like the content that we're providing you here or on the movie Mount Rushmore, you can head on over to buymeacoffee.com/movie dudes. And for literally less than the price of your daily Starbucks, literally, you can support the channel at a rate that is easy for you to do so. Yeah. Channels up.
Yeah, that's the one, guys. Absolutely, really appreciate it. We will be back Wednesday or Thursday, but we will be back in the week. You will get all the prior info, and we'll give a bit of an update, show you who's tallying, who's holding titles, who's not. Then may have to get rid of that thing in the top left corner.
He's holding it until the end of the year. He's the current champion.
Oh yeah, current champ. Yeah, okay. But we're talking tallies on the board. But either way, that's the one. So until the next time, I am the one AJ, aka Too Sweet Tony.
I'm Double V, the Viceroy Verisimilitude, Nico Liro. Shout out to all my Nicoholics. Big up to the Ministry of Wrestling.
Anyone else going to say anything?
This is your cue, guys.
Leaving the
The ultimate finesse now, Leon.
No, this week. Just read.
Don't forget to comment below on who you think is going to win these AEW matches. We have our comment section below. So if you think or have anything different to what all five of us have said today, feel free to put your comments in and what you think is going to happen in tonight's AEW's pay-per-view. Other than that, I'm the ultimate finesse signing out. Too sweet.
Dan the Tech, the reigning champion, gonna reign forever. You know what I'm saying? The non-wrestling fan.
Hangman needs to win now. We're out, y'all.